Hello, friends. Welcome to our read aloud time of our miraculous journey of Edward Tulane. So, yesterday, Edward went on a little adventure in the ocean. Remember, was face down in the muck, and he just was like, Abilene will come. And he wasn't. So, he was there 297 days. And then a storm came and basically tossed and turned him. And he thought he saw Pellegrina because he thought she's the one who did this to him. And finally, he landed on a fishing boat where one of the men said he would take him home. And he kind of had that feeling of being happy. And so we had this kind of change in Edward. And today we're going to find out what happens when he goes home with him. So today's chapter is chapter 8. On land, the old fisherman stopped to light a pipe, and then, with the pipe clenched between his teeth, he walked home carrying Edward atop his left shoulder as if he were a conquering hero. The fisherman balanced him there, placing a calloused hand at Edward's back. He talked to him in a soft, low voice as they walked. "You'll like Nellie, you will," said the old man. "She's had her sadness, but she's an all right girl." Edward looked at the small town blanketed in dusk, a jumble of buildings huddled together, the ocean stretching out in front of it all, and he thought he would like anything and anybody that was not at the bottom of the sea. "Hello, Lawrence," called a woman from the front of a shop. "What have you got?" "Fresh catch," said the fisherman, "fresh rabbit from the sea." He lifted his cap to the lady and kept walking. "There you are now," said the fisherman. He took the pipe out of his mouth and pointed to the stem of it at a star in the purpling sky. "There's your North Star right there. Don't never have to be lost when you know where that fellow is." Edward considered the brightness of the small star. "Do they all have names?" he wondered. "Listen at me," said the fisherman, talking to a toy. "Ah, well, here we are then." And with Edward still on his shoulder, the fisherman walked up a stone-lined path and into a little green house. "Look here, Nellie," he said. "I've brought you something from the sea." "I don't want nothing from the sea," came a voice. "Aw, now, don't be like that now. Come and see then." An old woman stepped out of the kitchen, wiping her hands on her apron. When she saw Edward, she dropped the apron and clapped her hands together and said, "Oh, Lawrence, you brung me a rabbit." "Direct from the sea," said Lawrence. He took Edward off his shoulder and stood him up on the floor and held onto his hands and made him take a deep bow in the direction of Nellie. "Oh," said Nellie, "here." And she clapped her hands together, and Lawrence passed Edward to her. Nellie held the rabbit out in front of her and looked over him from tip to toe. She smiled. "Have you ever seen anything so fine?" she said. Edward felt immediately that Nellie was a very discerning woman. "She's beautiful," breathed Nellie. For a moment, Edward was confused. Was there some other object of beauty in this room? "What will I call her?" "Susanna," said Lawrence. "Just right," said Nellie. "Susanna." She looked deep into Edward's eyes. "First off, Susanna, we will need some clothes, won't she?" So now Edward has become Susanna. And there is Nellie and Lawrence and Edward. What do you think Edward's going to think of himself as Susanna? Thinking he's not going to like it too much at first. But we'll find out if he also has a change of heart as he continues on his journey. I will see you later for another read aloud chapter. Remember, be kind and smile today.